Hi from Arctic Lights Adventures. Well, spring arrived here in Alaska. It's absolutely beautiful out here. It's sunny and blue sky, and the temperatures reached the 60s and some days even. It's hard to believe that 3 weeks ago we got a record snowfall of 18 inches, and only 2 weeks ago I went cross-country skiing still. Well, this nice weather has one big disadvantage, and that's the reason why I really don't like April very much in Alaska. And that is that with all the snow melting so fast, all of our trails are very, very muddy or slushy. The snow is soft, you sink into your knees and end up in the water, and you can barely walk on them, which really limits our activities that we can do around our area here. And as you know me, I really love to get outside, and I love to explore, and I love to experience Alaska. So I was thinking super hard, what could I do? And I came across an advertisement that talked about whale watching tours in Seward. Seward is located south of Anchorage on the Kenai Peninsula, and it's a 10 hours drive from here. It's nothing I can do just in a day trip. It needed some planning, and it's an overnight, definitely an overnight trip, a several nights overnight trip. I was contemplating, is it really worth going that far for a whale watching tour in spring? I've been on these tours in the summer, in the late summer, and they were all amazing. But I have absolutely no idea what to expect in April. But you know, you don't know what to expect if you don't go. And therefore I decided I leave Dave and the doggies at home, and I go on a solo trip to Seward. So if you're not tired of my road trips, because it seems like right now road trips is the only thing we can really do to explore Alaska, if you're not tired of that, then jump into my car and come to Seward with me. Come on. Okay, it took me 1.5 hours to get to Nenana, and I'm standing at the Tanana River here in Nenana, and I'm looking directly at the tripod that's put up here, and that is waiting for the river to break up. Fun fact, today is April 11th, 2021, and in 2019 the river broke up on April 14th, and that was the earliest one in the over 100 years of this Nenana Ice Classic. Good morning from Talkeetna. We'll have breakfast. And it's still pretty gray outside, but we'll make the best of this gray day.
just really awful weather here right now. I took some pictures of the bears, which was pretty cool, but now my hands are freezing, I am wet, my camera is wet, it's raining, the first time since October, I think, for me, that I've been in the rain. I don't know, I could stop by the moose, but on the other hand, I can show you moose in real life, in wildlife, so I think I will skip the moose and probably skip the deer as well, and most likely will just continue my trip. This is really not how I imagined the weather would be, but you never know. That's the problem here. Today I have tickets for the Sealife Center in Seward for this morning. You have to reserve your tickets online and you get an assigned time slot when you can enter. Mine starts right now and it lasts like 10 minutes, so I better get going, and I will show you more from the inside of the Sealife Center here in Seward in a little bit. Good morning from Seward. It's not even 7 o'clock and I'm ready to go home. It will be a 10 hours drive or so. So therefore I decided I really try to get up early and get going early. Well, we will see how that goes now. Not excited about the flight. We had a pretty nice and exciting day yesterday on the board, which I didn't really expect. The weather looked so horrible, but then actually we got some sun there as well. We saw orcas and sea lions and all kind of seabirds and otters, especially one otter and dial porpoise. It was pretty cool. And yeah, now I'm not excited about the drive home, but I managed to get out before 7 and now I go fill up gas and then on the road. Okay, what's the conclusion of this trip now that I'm back home? Well, first of all, the weather was horrible. You've seen it. I was very disappointed with the weather. It was nice before I went there. It's nice now. It's just the 4 days there that really sucked. But other than the weather, I have to say this tour to Seward, the 9.5 hours drive to Seward, were absolutely worth it. We've seen on this whale watching tour, I've seen orcas and porpoise and sea lions, otters and all kind of seabirds. The tour was priced around $80 to $90, depends on which tour operator you pick and what kind of discounts you can get. And that's really not a bad price for a 4 hours tour. It was absolutely great. So I definitely will do it again next spring, if it's offered again next spring, of course. Yeah, I know it wasn't a road trip video again, with a lot of driving. But I hope you enjoyed it and leave me a thumbs up if you did. And then, as always, I say stay healthy, stay safe, hang in there, and see you next time. Bye from Alaska.